even at the beginning. See, I was out fishing along with my brother Andrew when he came near and asked us to follow him and become fishers of men. I wasn't quite sure what that meant. However, in my heart, I felt that he was an honest and wise man, a rabbi. And the way that he talked, it was as if he knew what this life was all about. So, I left behind my fishing nets and everything else that I knew, and I followed him. In the days and years that came after that, I saw such marvelous things. He performed many miracles, ones that certainly no one else had ever seen before. Demons were cast out of people. A crowd of thousands was fed with just a couple of fish and a few small loaves of bread. Oh, then there was the time when my own wife's mother was ill, bedridden with a very high fever. He asked if he might heal her. And to our amazement, he did, just by reaching out his hand. With that mere touch, she was completely cured. This man was surely from God. I became one of his disciples, and along with 11 other men, we followed him basically everywhere. Oh, and he gave me a new name, calling me Peter instead of Simon. Along with James and John, I grew to be one of his most trusted followers. We knew he was from God. He taught us such piercing truths, some so profound that even we as his disciples had a hard time understanding. Oh, and he certainly knew the Holy Writings, both inside and out. And he had a comprehension greater than that of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. But as our time together continued, there was something else that I began to realize about him. This man wasn't just from God or for God. He was God. He was the one that the Scriptures had prophesied about. He was the Christ, the King of the Jews, the cornerstone, the Messiah, the one that our people had waited all these many years for. And in my heart, I knew that it was true. I knew. And yet, somehow I had a hard time admitting it to those around me. You see, I thought I had the strength and the courage to defend him against the staunchest foe. And I told him so. I said, Lord, even if everyone else turns away from you, I never will. But I was wrong. You see, I did turn away. I betrayed his trust.
I heard he was the one to come.
Well, why would they accuse him of so many wrongdoings?
Because he wasn't the one. If he was, the teachers of the law would know.
I suppose you could be right. But he seemed like such a good man.
And he did do several very miraculous things.
True, but as some of his accusers are saying, he could be possessed by a demon, and it's by the power of the evil one that he's able to do such things.
You were with him, weren't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I'm sure of it. You were one of them, one of the group of men with Jesus of Nazareth.
You must be mistaken.
Well, you're from Galilee, at least. I can tell by the way you walk that you have to be one of them.
Shut up! I tell you, I don't even know the man! I told him I would never be unfaithful. And yet, I was. He told me I would deny knowing him 3 times before the rooster crowed. I told him that would never happen. He was right. He knew me better than I even knew my own self. finished, ruined. Such shame filled me. I couldn't even bring myself to be there for him, even at his darkest hour. I wasn't there for his trial. I wasn't there for his crucifixion. I wasn't there. Also, such fear permeated me. Fear of what he might say to me if he did see me. But later, the most amazing thing happened. He gave me another chance. In spite of my turning away, in spite of my denying him, he offered forgiveness. You see, following his resurrection, he came to me and he asked me if I loved him. 3 times he asked me, and each time I told him that I did. And with that, he forgave me. There were no grudges, just forgiveness. It was as if I had never betrayed his trust at all. He forgave me. I don't know if any other man would do that. I'm more convinced than ever that he is who he said he was. He is God living among us.